One more time, can we just show some love with a round of applause for our bridesmaids, our couple today, and our flower girls. Just turned 21. So ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, it is with great pleasure and excitement that I welcome you to the wedding ceremony of Mikayla and Matt. They are so thankful that you've joined them today, and while we're sad that some people couldn't make the journey, that does mean there's a little extra alcohol at the reception shortly, so we're all going to have a drink or three on their behalf. My name is Daniel Delby, and I'm duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Some of you here may know me as Mr. D, as I used to be one of Mikayla's teachers and half the audiences a long time ago, so I'm glad my in-class marketing has finally paid off. As you can see, I'm not your typical old lady celebrant, and the bride and groom have heard and approved today's ceremony. We do things a bit different. So when you hear the romantic stuff and the funny stuff, feel free to laugh along with them. Laughing actually makes you 70% more attractive to the opposite sex. So Matt must have laughed a lot because he's definitely batting. There we go. So Matt and Mikayla are undeniably soulmates who have their own love language where they can read each other without saying any words. And just so you know, I wasn't responsible for teaching Mikayla how to read or speak, so reading each other and not using words is not my fault. I taught science, so I'm just stoked to see these guys have an A+ in chemistry. That's the first time my mind's going to clap already. Nice. They are the perfect team who have survived parenting the terrible twos, and they have unconditional love for each other, and just like a carbon and a diamond, they share an unbreakable bond. Their story begins thanks to Matt's boss's parents. Mikayla and Matt both attended his 30th birthday, so if it wasn't for his boss's parents deciding to make love 30 years and 9 months before, these guys would never have met. So shout out to them. When Mikayla arrived at the party, she spotted Matt across the backyard. She wanted to know who the hell this guy was, and she couldn't stop staring. Normally, if you stare at people too long at an Ellenbrook party, it ends in violence. Not romance. Realising that she was checking him out, Matt approached Mikayla, who happened to be standing with his boss and Mikayla's boyfriend at the time. Maybe I spoke too soon on the violence. Matt immediately noticed her beautiful smile and laugh, her incredible eyes, and then he said, "I'm not going to lie, I noticed a pair of other things too." You guys can rack your brains to fill in what it was. He doesn't remember anything else because he was then king hit by the boyfriend. No, he wasn't. He was an absolute gentleman and politely asked his co-workers for Mikayla's Snapchat once a day until she was single. At some point, he'd managed to organise to see her, and he chaperoned her on a romantic date where they shared their first kiss in one of Ellenbrook's most passionate locations, the front seat of Matt's VYSS Commodore. Kissing Mikayla is probably as fast as Matt's heart beats around her, as he is one of the most calm, cool and collected humans that she's ever met, and she loves that about him. She adores how thoughtful that he is and appreciates it so much that if she's had a shit day at work, there will always be a present waiting for her. It might be in the form of chocolate, jewellery or takeaway dinner with a bubble bath run and ready to relax in. I wish I had a Matt. Mikayla gets treated like royalty, so he's more of a red carpet than a Matt. It was after one of these incredible kind gestures that Mikayla knew that he was the one. Before she'd moved into Matt and Ryan's bachelor pad, they barely had any furniture or living utensils in it, let alone food in the fridge or pantry. Knowing that Mikayla wasn't feeling well, Matt went to the shops and bought her 3 different kinds of heat packs, so she would definitely have one that she liked, as well as some snacks, and a brand new microwave to heat her body warmers in, so she could stay the night. She thought that it was incredibly sweet, but it also goes to show that guys will do nearly anything to get a girl to sleep over. Buying white goods to get the right goods takes the cake, and then heats it up. Speaking of heating up, Mikayla radiates beauty and warms up Matt's heart like a microwave oven. He knew that she was the one when he thought he was going to lose her early on, and he felt his stomach drop. So from that point on, he knew that he was never going to let her go. He fell in love with Mikayla's selflessness and how she always puts everyone before herself. She always thinks of him and buys him random little gifts which makes him feel loved. He appreciates that she always makes him lunches for work, even though he leaves it on the bench or in the fridge every time. At least now he has food in the pantry to make lunch with, so that's good. Her smile can change his whole mood and brighten his day. If they are somewhere boring or running an errand, she makes everything feel fun. And I'm going to quote Matt directly here. He said, "She's got good energy all the time, the little ADHD OCD dickhead." That's one of the best wedding quotes I've ever heard. Mikayla is kind, caring and generous, and an awesome mum as well. These were all beautiful sentiments that Matt told me, but he did also say his other favourite thing about her is her butt. Matt is easily pleased. Speaking of which, he will never forget the time he was feeling a bit low and she visited him on his lunch break at work, probably to bring him the lunch that he'd left behind. To lift his spirits for the rest of the day, she decided to lift her top and show him her headlights that were better than the VYSS's. Unfortunately, Matt had turned around as his workmate walked around the corner and it was his colleague that was kept abreast of how good their relationship is. But it was the thought that Matt loved. This is why I tell people they've heard the ceremony first, yeah? They've approved everything. A girl that brings the real life Snapchat to work was one that Matt wanted as part of his story that would never be deleted, so he began to plan his proposal. The hardest part for Matt is that Mikayla is more like Google because she knows everything. So while he was out looking for a ring, Mikayla called him whilst he was in the shops. So he did what any normal guy would do, panicked and bought her a diamond bracelet to bring home as an excuse to throw her off the scent. Now, I'm not sure if she FaceTimed him or not, but I reckon he could have said he was at Baskin Robbins or literally anywhere or anything a little cheaper than a diamond bracelet. When the time came to pop the question, it was drizzling with rain and Matt was trying to convince Mikayla to accompany him to their special spot to hang out. However, he seemed like he was in a bit of a rush, and because she was looking after a 3-month-old baby, wet laps probably seemed a little dangerous. So Matt pivoted his plan to organise a family photo in the backyard together. He set the camera up and pressed record, and in a full circle of love moment from when they first met, he asked her to be his wife in a backyard without his boss, her boyfriend, or anyone else around, marking the birthday of the moment they were destined to spend the rest of their lives together. So from the backyard to the balcony, let's make this official. I have to say this bit to make it legal. It's getting close, yeah. Before you are joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I'm to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is a union of two people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. Alright, so we'll do the I do's first. Alright, so the I do's. Matt, do you promise to love Mikayla as much as you love Bunnings? Don't scratch your skin near her. Keep being the incredible provider for your family that you are already, and continue to be the calm, playful and funny partner she's fallen in love with from this point forward. I do. Mikayla, do you promise to love Matt as much as you love sleeping? Stop nipple crippling him, because even though he is a big strong man, his nipples are sensitive. Let him go to Bunnings when he needs to, and continue to be the crazy, sexy and funny partner he has fallen in love with from this day forward.
I do.
Nice. So I always get them to describe each other in 3 words. Initially Matt said crazy, 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 and then just changed it to crazy, sexy and funny. So the next bit is the vows, and just so everyone here doesn't freak out, Mikayla had her last name changed a long time ago. I'm not marrying brother or sister or cousins. And we're going to give Matt a bit of a break. Mikayla, did you say you want to go first? Yeah, Matt told me he's dyslexic, so please support him when he goes to read. Could get her an EA up, I guess. So, be careful because the last vows blew off the balcony, so Alright, so in a moment, Mikayla's going to read her vows. Once she's finished her vows, I'm going to get our ring man. Yeah, you're just going to come and stand where I am. Hold open, so you don't have to think, just hold open the ring box. She'll take out his ring and put it on his finger like a finishing move. Cool with that? And then we're going to clap and cheer.
I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Mikayla Gemma Rose Beckers, take you, Matthew Joseph Beckers, to be my lawful wedded husband. Today we make it official of what I've always known you are, my forever. I used to be sceptical of the cliche, know when you know, or love at first sight, but that was before I saw you. I knew. You came into my life exactly when I needed you, as if God was holding out until I needed you the most. You're the type of love I've prayed for. You've shown me unconditional love and support. I admire your selflessness and the care you have shown to everyone you meet. The world is more beautiful through your eyes, and I vow to never stop seeing the world the way you painted it for me. You are my inspiration, my best decision, and my safest place. I thank you for being by my side through parenthood and holding my hand tighter on the longer nights. Matthew, it isn't easy being the best thing to ever happen to you. But as your wife, I promise to pick up your washing and put it in the basket that's right next to your clothes. I promise to remind you to wash your hair and brush your mullet. I promise to stay up at night and put your work clothes in the dryer for you. I promise to stay young at heart and grow old with you. I loved you when I was 15. I loved you yesterday, today, tomorrow, and forever. I love you to the moon and back, forever and today.
So Mikayla, take Matt's ring and left hand. Yeah, whenever you're ready. Yeah, all right, first one's locked on. Round of applause for Mikayla and her vows. All right, we do the same thing in reverse.
I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Matthew Joseph Beckers, take you, Mikayla Gemma Rose Beckers, to be my lawfully wedded wife. Mikayla, I am so proud of us and how far we have come to be standing here today in front of all our friends and family, as I not only married a woman of my dreams, but also my best friend. I cannot express the amount of love I have for you into words, but I can show you that love for the rest of our lives. I'm so happy when I look back at where we first started and the day I laid eyes on you for the first time 8 years ago. I want you to know that you are the reason that all of this has been possible. You're such a strong, loving and compassionate person that always puts everyone else first, and I'm so grateful to be able to have you standing right by my side. I can't wait for the many years to come and for our love and our family to grow even more, and to spend every single day for the rest of my life by your side. I promise to always be there for you through the ups and the downs. I promise to always be a good dad to our kid and be your number one supporter. I promise to always get up and go get you snacks at 1 a.m. in the morning. And I vow to always be faithful and love you and our family unconditionally forever and the rest of our lives. I love you, Mikayla, to the moon and back forever and always.
And we are locked in. Two are done. Round of applause for our vows. So in a moment we're going to sign the paperwork. I've moved the signing table inside just because of the wind and I don't want to lose it, but would you prefer, what's better for photos? Do you want me to bring it out here and we just... Okay, cool. Sweet. So in a moment we're going to do the first kiss. So their first kiss is officially husband and wife. So we'll do the paperwork first and come back for the kiss. We just need 2 witnesses, which are going to be both of Mikayla's pops to sign a marriage certificate. And I'll chuck on some music. It'll take less than 5 minutes and we'll see these guys hook up in public. So I'll get these guys to go down to the end of the signing table. Can we have a round of applause for all their support team and their beautiful vows? And I'll be back shortly with a married couple. Alright, so as they get settled, I'll do the housekeeping. So after this, we've got cash bar till 4:30. Then the reception starts at 4:30. These guys are going to take straight off and do their photos after, so we can say the congrats. And I'm going to tell Matt to kiss the bride. We're going to go crazy, and I'm just going to move out of the way so I'm not the creep in the back of their photo when they're kissing. Alright. So, I'll get your playlist there. You guys good? Your lips are good to go? That's great. So, our beautiful newlyweds are proudest of raising their beautiful baby boy Archie together and building their first house to raise him in. They're shortly adding an extra 2 feet to the tribe and turning their house into a welcoming family home. In the future, they wish to stay as happy as they are now and grow old and grey together. So I'm going to chuck on a song underneath so they can kiss like a rom-com. Alrighty. So, from your first kiss in the VYSS Commodore to saying yes, yes by the marina near boat captains and Navy Commodores, Matt, I invite you for the first time as her husband to kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding as I present to you for the first